So, um, you have already created your Instagram bio, and hopefully you already uploaded everything like that, right? Um, we already went over like creating the graphics for our social media. The like I told you in Canva, you already got that, right? You already have your search terms, your keywords and stuff. You're gonna turn those into hashtags for social media. Like we on point, right? Now I'm sure you're like, what do I post on? What do I say in the caption? Like, okay, Nina, I got all this cool stuff you got. Like, do I just post it? Like, what should I say? Now, one thing's for sure here. I can't tell you what to say. I have invested in tons of these people who are like, I'll write the captions for you. And I've even written captions for some of my own clients. And sometimes it just doesn't seem like them or their voice. So I always tell them, here is an example, but I want you to kind of put it in your own voice. Don't use exactly what I said, because this is just something that I've replicated over and over again, that what works. But I want you guys to put it in your own voice, right? Put it in how you talk. If you don't say, gee, Wally, oh my God, this is great, then don't be putting that in the captions, because people are going to know that it's fake. And that's when people end up messing up at, when they pay for a lot of the those social media management things, and they kind of just be posting some computerized stuff, and people are like, they're like, man, I'm paying $400 for them to do this, and I'm not even getting like any views, any likes, or nothing. It's because it sounds really fake. Okay, so we're going to go over Instagram captions that convert. And when I mean convert, I mean that your people are going to engage, they're going to like, right? They may comment, they may not. You're going to get your views up because people are going to see it. Excuse me, I'm not saying to convert like, oh, it's going to make it a sale, but having captions that relate to your audience is one way to get the engagements, right? To build the like, know, and trust, because they kind of understand, like what you're talking about, right? They relate to it. Even if they don't read it all, they saw something, they liked it, and they like what they saw and they liked it, right? They commented on it. They gave you a thumbs up or whatever it may be. That's what you want. That's all engagements, y'all. That's all engagements. And engagements help build the like, know, and trust, and then helps you to build your readership, get more sales. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever you're trying to do, that's what you need. That's what's going to help you and further you into your book marketing goal. So the first step is your first sentence, right? The first sentence in your caption needs to be something catchy, right? It needs to be something that's going to catch their eye. It can't just be like, buy my book. Nobody's going to do that. Nobody's going to do that. I'm telling you, nobody's going to do that. So stop with that. Stop it. Just stop. Like, stop that. Please stop that. I'm gonna do one of the ones I did. I've been doing reels lately. So I did a standstill picture, and I think I did like a little carousel, right? Yep. So let me go back there. Okay. So this one here, literally just put some kind of sentence here, stop scrolling, and be intentional on Instagram. I told them to swipe, right? I'm just showing you guys mine because I'm more into reaching out to the authors, not necessarily about my book, right? But you see the sentence, right? You see how that is? Someday you're going to be someone's favorite author. That's the sentence that people see. People don't see this whole thing on their phone. They only see this little first top up there. They don't see everything. So that's why your sentence has to be something so like catchy. And it doesn't have to be to the point where you're like, oh my God, I don't know how to like get this to be so, hookish and stuff like that. That's fine. But I want you to really get a little bit creative in how you speak and how you talk, like what you want to say. Look at those posts that we made in Canva. And if it says the first one was let me go back to Canva real quick. The first one was author, like about yourself. Let me introduce myself, or what did I say it was? Hold on. Sorry. Yeah, it was author, name, and all that stuff. So introduce yourself. So you can literally say, something like, hey, I just want to, introduce myself to all my new followers, right? That's something that you will say to them. You can say, um, let me reintroduce myself, or just let's put your bio in it. Just start saying like, hey, I'm Nina Stewart. I'm author of, like, that one sentence needs to be catchy, right? And at least just have one first sentence, okay, to get them. The next is your caption, the caption itself. It needs to be detailed, of course. Like there's some that's like, no words given. Or some if the picture, makes sense, but you're an author and you're trying to build your audience. So you do need to have somewhat of a little bit of a detailed caption. You guys see how my captions are, right? Informative. I'm giving you some information. If you read it, you read it. If you don't, you don't. Most of the time people do. Now with your book, like if it's one about, introducing yourself as an author, that's easy. All you're doing is just going to copy and paste your bio, right? Or copy and paste what you put up in this section here. Insert your bio, something that interests you, right? If you're doing a post about this quote, let's say you put a quote here, put the quote in the caption. Because some people just, maybe they didn't read it. Just it doesn't hurt. Put the quote in the caption. Tell them why you picked that quote, right? That's what your caption would say. This one is a book review. I always, with the book review, take the book review again and put it in the caption, right? And then say something like, thank you to everybody that left a book review. If it's a book excerpt, like, you're putting a little bit of the book in there, even though you have it in this picture, get into detail and you can put it down in the caption, to tell them and say like, hey, if you want to, I'm getting deep into the training, hold on. But y'all get what I'm saying, right? So make sure your caption has some details and it's straight to the point, right? And I said short because sometimes I saw someone put like a whole chapter. I don't even know how Instagram let them put all those characters in there. You're going to lose the audience like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Short but detailed, okay? Straight to the point. The next one is your call to action. That's what CTA is, call to action, which is click the link in my bio. So as soon as you're done, I don't care. One of my clients, and she know I love her dearly, but she was like, Nina, what does Denim Day have to do with books? I was like, first of all, let me show you. Because in this one, I put a hashtag on like Denim Day or something like that. Let me see what I did. Yeah, I showed people like how you can, what you can post when you're, as an author. So I put a picture, I said, put a picture of yourself in denim because that day was Denim Day, right? And a lot of your clients, a lot of your readers, they're not just only on Instagram searching for books. They're not like book talk, book. Nah, that's you doing that. That is you doing all that stuff. Those readers are somewhere else. The readers are in the Denim Day hashtag. The readers are in the Friday Vibe hashtag. The readers are in the Motivation Monday hashtag. You are in the book talk, author life, blah, blah, blah hashtag. You need to go to the hashtag and the search terms that the reader is going to. Even if it's Denim Day, maybe you got readers that love hair, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter. You put that in there so then they could be aware of you. You come up on that feed of like hair, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, body goals. Maybe you got a fitness book and you put body goals in there. Now I'm in body goals and I'm clicking. I'm like, oh shoot, she got a little book. Okay, I'm gonna go over here. That's how you do that. That's how you get the engagements. That's how you get the reader. That's how you get the money too. Because we staying in these hashtags and search terms that we're all in, like all these authors ourselves. I'm in it to get y'all. I don't know why y'all over there. Stay away from there. Stay away from the book talk ones, right? Because who's searching book talk? But none but other bookers. And you with book talk, you might get, some people who are looking for referrals and stuff. That's why you say book review or books to review, right? You just got to play around with that, but be where your audience is at. And that's why. And look, the picture I got on denim, and I said, if you scroll in a little bit, you don't see these books in here. These are all books from clients. And I think I'm reading Bernadette Standard's book because I met her. So you see what I'm saying? Like, be creative with that stuff. You can do a national day. It could be National Jelly Bean Day. And you have a whole handful of jelly beans, and you got your book in one hand, and you're like, National Jelly Bean Day. Don't be like, what they got to do with books? Everything to do with books. Because, baby, I'm trying to get that person to click that link, to click on my page, like, follow, or you see me all the time in this, and now you're like, let me just go ahead and follow her. See what you're doing, right? There's this rule of 7 that they have in, like, businesses where it takes people 7 times to like see 7 times to see you before they take action to buy. So if you are not, consistent, not necessarily consistent, but if you're not even online enough doing things, and you're upset that no one is really even engaging with you, it's because they haven't seen you enough. They have to see you 7 times. You can post for 7. That's why if you notice the algorithm doesn't pick up things to show you, how the analytics until it's like a good 7 days, right? of posting. So then, because it means that for 7 days, they showed your stuff to this particular audience for 7 days. Somebody been looking at your hashtags, been seeing your pictures, been hearing your voice, been looking at your stories, whatever it is. So get into that mindset of it don't matter if you put hashtag dog lover in there. You're a dog lover, but you're reading your book while you sitting with your dog. You're reading a book while you sitting with your dog. I did this other one, the last real ideal. It was my I did an introduce yourself one, right? Not necessarily about the author, but who I am. And I did it as a reel. And guess who book's in there? One of my clients slash, partners in there, or whatever. Like Mike's book is in here. Both of those books that he has with other authors. So it all still relates, right? And I don't even look at I ain't even looking at the likes and the views of it, but that got like I think 1,000 or 2,000 some views, and that was just such a last minute thing because I wanted to make sure I recorded something for you guys for this, so you can see that. Okay, so with the captions, just make sure that you are using the call to actions. Again, make sure the bottom of the call to action says like click the link. I'm sorry, I got off on a tangent, y'all. My bad. Click the link in my bio, right? You can say that because we got links in our bios now, y'all. Then you can say DM me for details. Like if you like, you want them to kind of DM you, so you can kind of send them a discount code. You can say grab a copy of my book titled blank blank. The link is in my bio. So always put that. What I do is I take my phone and I put like in my notes, I put all my captions, all my hashtags I'm going to use. And I literally copy and paste because I post from my phone. So I already got that caption little blurb ready and it's on there. That's probably sometimes y'all see it's the same little, click the link in my bio, or check me out here or send me a DM. It's already there. So you don't have to think about it. Don't be thinking too much. Once you create it, take that, send it on over to your phone notes or have your Google document, on your phone. So then you can just kind of copy and paste. The next one is your hashtags. Now we just been talking about hashtags for a minute, but remember when we make the Amazon, not the categories, but the Amazon searches, take some of those search terms and you turn them into hashtags and then see what you get, right? See what type of clients there are, see what type of book readers there are, see what that audience looks like. Just post it and then see how that grows as well. You'll be surprised and amazed and you'll be like, oh, wow. Like a lot of people from the contemporary romance really, saw me in that hashtag and been liking everything. So play around with that a lot, okay? The next thing is engagements. Now, a lot of times we just post and go. And that's, just like I'm posting and going. And I said that too. When you post on like your Facebook or something, just post, go, don't look at nothing. Excuse me. But what I want you to do is either before or after you post, you need to engage. So don't be staring at your post waiting for somebody to like it or to comment. I need you to when you post, go to the hashtag, like the if you're using like 5 or 6 hashtags, or hopefully you're using 30, or the required amount. I know that it goes up and down, whatever. Let's say you do Denim Day. That's your, one of those top hashtags. Click on the hashtag and follow, like literally engage with, some of the accounts on there that resonate with you. Right. So somebody asked me what was, National Denim Day. So I would click on that. And I, was really like that. They actually put what that was. I'm going to like it. And I'm going to comment and say, thank you for sharing. Right. Just something. And I do this when I post. I normally post in the mornings and then on the weekends, maybe in afternoons. But whenever I post, and I have that downtime in the morning where you're just kind of find yourself scrolling mindlessly, you need to be in the hashtags engaging, because once you post, you want that person or whoever it was, if they saw that you liked their comment, they're going to go and check you out and be like, who was this that liked, my stuff or whatever. They're going to do that, right? And the algorithm is like, oh, you're here to play. Okay. So they're going to show you to more people. They're going to show your profile to more people. If you're not there to play and you just posting, they'll just leave you there. If they're like, this person just posts, like there must be a computer. They know that stuff. There must be, something wrong or whatever. They know that. It's like, I'm not going to tell y'all what to do with that, but a lot of people use the, social media schedulers. Like, I don't even know many because I stopped using them because I was that type of person that was like, I'm so busy. I'm just going to, schedule these out and just let them post themselves. And then I wasn't getting any type of engagements and I wasn't engaging with them. I'd be sleeping and doing other stuff all day thinking I can just not engage. And then my account just looking real dead. Like, and one of my client accounts, his is like that. Like he's in a place where he can't, engage and stuff. So they just sit there and post all day and they don't get not one like. But then when I'm back there and I'm engaging, liking, commenting, following, returning stuff, man, them engagements go up. And that just shows you that it's not just, oh, let me just post and go. Like it's also about the engagements with other accounts on there. Okay. So I'm not trying to keep this video long. I love seeing that because I don't want y'all to be like this long. But make sure before and after you post, you need to engage with 5 accounts. Okay, preferably the 5 accounts within one of your hashtags that you're using. So one of those. Or if you just busy, engage with the people on your timeline. Right? Go like. Okay, comment. Thanks for sharing. Love this. Oh my goodness. I don't care if people say, oh my God, you just keep doing the same love this. That's all I can think about is love this. Like, I'm not about to put some detailed stuff unless it really resonates with me. So just remember that, okay? Your assignment for today is to make captions for all of the 10 social media graphics that you made. Okay, so all those 10 that you went back and made or whatever, you're gonna make captions for those. Open up your Google document and all you do is make the caption. So if it's introduce, then just call it introduce, right? Or sometimes I do day one. That way I can know which one I'm gonna put, right? I put day 1, day 2, day 3, or I put Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I know what that caption gonna be for that day. And then you just match it with the picture. Okay. We got that? So y'all should have 10 captions on here. That's 10 days of something, 10 weeks of something, right? 10 months of something that you already have. So I already have it. You already have it set up. Okay. I'll see y'all in the next training.